Formula One is among the most exclusive and expensive of all sports. As a result, F1 drivers are some of the richest sports people out there. They can earn millions of dollars a year competing in the top tier of motorsport. But with all the F1 drivers, who are the richest ones of all time? Number 10. Martin Brundle. You might not know Brundle for his F1 career, but we're sure you have already heard his voice by now. He is a successful co-commentator alongside David Croft, and he has been covering F1 races since 1997. Before becoming a commentator, Brundle was a successful race driver and won the 1990 24 Hours of Le Mans. Even though he hasn't won a single Formula One race, he is still considered to be one of the wealthiest F1 drivers. His racing career might have been scuppered by injuries, but he has gained a huge net worth from it and his post-racing career. It has been reported that Brundle has a net worth of around $100 million. Despite the fact he only recorded 9 podium finishes during his 10 seasons of racing in Formula One. Number 9. Mario Andretti. Italian-born American racing driver Mario Andretti is one of America's most successful racing drivers ever. He is one of 2 drivers with race wins in Formula One, IndyCar, the World Sports Car Championship, and NASCAR. Andretti's one and only F1 title arrived in 1978, while he also recorded 12 wins and 19 podium places during his time in F1. He drove as a part-time driver for Lotus, March, and Ferrari in Formula One between 1968 and 1974. He reportedly made up to $12 million annually, but the majority of his earnings have emerged from his other racing interests, generating a net worth of $120 million. He officially retired in 2003, but is now owning a chain of dozens of gas stations in Northern California. He also bought a Napa Valley vineyard, which distributes over 30,000 cases per year. Number 8. Alain Prost. Prost began his career as a teenager in 1980 with McLaren. He quickly became one of the greatest racers in the 1980s. Nicknamed the Professor for his shrewd and intellectual approach to racing, he took his first win at the Argentine Grand Prix, but had to wait till 1985 for his first worldwide title, which he won with McLaren. He won 3 further titles between 1986 and 1989, and he held the record for most Grand Prix victories with 51 wins from 1987 to 2001, until Schumacher surpassed him. He has accumulated a net worth of around $185 million, with a strong investment career after his time on the grid. However, he made more money after he retired and became the owner of his team, Prost Grand Prix, and as a technical advisor for his former team, McLaren and Renault. He has also been successful as an investor in stock and property. Number 7. Eddie Irvine. Northern Irish racer Eddie Irvine spent a decade in Formula One, racing alongside Schumacher at Ferrari, as well as for Jordan and Jaguar. The racer lived and breathed motor racing, competing in the Formula Ford Championship when he was only 17 years old. During his career, he has won 4 of his 148 races, with all of his victories coming from Ferrari, making him some $50 million. The closest he came to winning a title was in 1999, when he finished second behind Mika Häkkinen. But the Northern Irish driver was a millionaire before he started racing. Thanks to his savvy property investments, he owns about 50 flats and houses worth a combined $700,000. His net worth is considered to be around $180 million, and he is also the owner of the $18 million super yacht, formerly owned by Romanian dictator Nicolae Ceausescu. Number 6. Sebastian Vettel. The 4-time world championship Sebastian Vettel started his career in 2007 with BMW Sauber. Following a promising debut, he was signed by Toro Rosso in 2008, for whom he took his first victory the same season in Italy. He was then roped in by Red Bull after finishing second in the driver's standings in his maiden season with them. He won 4 back-to-back championships with Red Bull between 2010 and 2013. Vettel joined Aston Martin in 2021. And a year earlier in 2020, he was even announced as the highest-paid F1 driver. It has been reported that Vettel earns around $15 million per year. The German, who still holds the record as the youngest world champion in F1 history, remains one of the highest earners on the grid. Off the track, Vettel also makes big notes, earning around $300,000 for each endorsement from brands such as Casio, Infiniti, and Pepe Jeans. Additionally, he also has a massive car collection worth around $13 million. which includes several Ferraris, Mercedes-Benzes, and BMWs. Number 5. Jenson Button. Recognized as one of the best drivers Britain has produced, Button enjoyed a fascinating career before he retired from F1 racing in 2016. He won the 2009 F1 championship and came first in a total of 15 races in his 17-year career. When he joined McLaren in 2010, his annual salary was estimated to be around $16.5 million, bringing him the majority of his fortune. He is considered to have a net worth of around $105 million. Since his retirement, the British star continues to make money from the sport as a commentator for Sky Sport and senior advisor to his former Williams team. Button also won the GT Series in 2018 and even competed in Le Mans and the FIA Endurance Championship. He participated in the inaugural Extreme E Series in 2021 with his team JBXE. Number 4. Kimi Raikkonen. In his 20 years of racing in Formula 1, Raikkonen became one of the world's highest paid athletes, earning about $25 million per year on average. The Iceman from Finland bagged up to $50 million with Ferrari at his peak. He took his first win in Malaysia in 2003 and almost won that year's championship title as well, but he was edged out by Ferrari's Schumacher. He would have won at least 2 world titles during his time with McLaren had it not been for their reliability issues. Following his move to Ferrari in 2007, he finally won his first world title. He left F1 in 2010 to pursue his passion for NASCAR, but in 2012, he returned and reminded everyone why he was one of the best racers. In 2019, he moved to Alfa Romeo, and after spending 3 seasons with them, he retired in 2021 as the most experienced F1 driver ever. In 2009, he was named the second highest paid athlete in the world, and currently, it is believed that he has an estimated net worth of around $250 million. Number 3. Fernando Alonso. Alonso is regularly considered to be one of the greatest F1 drivers of all time and is still going strong at the age of 41. He has been completing in F1 since 2001 for Renault, McLaren, and now Alpine. He became the youngest Formula 1 world champion in 2005, won a second title in the next season, and has 32 Grand Prix victories. He reportedly earned up to $40 million at his peak, and his current salary is estimated to be about $25 million. He left F1 in 2018 to follow other racing passions. He won back-to-back Le Mans races in 2018 and 2019, and even tried to win motor racing's Triple Crown, but hasn't yet managed to win IndyCar. He came back to F1 in 2021 and is still racing. His net worth is currently estimated to be around $200 million and is set to climb higher after his comeback to Formula 1. Number 2. Lewis Hamilton. The British driver is no doubt about the world's best modern racer, with his 7 championship trophies tying with the legendary Michael Schumacher's record. Hamilton has won more individual races than anyone else, 103 of them. He started his career with McLaren in 2007 and produced one of the greatest rookie seasons that saw the then 22-year-old almost take home his maiden driver's title in his very first year. After 6 years with McLaren, he moved on to Mercedes and took home his second title in 2014. He won again in 2015 and then won 4 consecutive titles from 2017 to 2020. Today, he is the highest paid racing star, earning $62 million on the track, including a $55 million base salary and $17 million in bonuses. He also bags $12 million in endorsements from Puma, Sony, and others, making his net worth reach $285 million. Number 1. Michael Schumacher. There is no doubt that the best F1 racer in the world is Michael Schumacher. He held nearly every Formula 1 record when he retired in 2012, including 7 world titles and 91 wins. At his peak, he made up to $100 million per year, making over $1 billion in career winnings. He is still considered to be the most successful F1 driver of all time. Even when he wasn't racing, he still earned $50 million annually through endorsements alone from Shell, Ferrari, and others. The German driver, who has not been seen in public since a skiing accident in 2013, is still the wealthiest F1 driver in the world, with a net worth of around $800 million. On a related note, we wanted to know, which Formula 1 driver would you consider the best of all time? Let us know in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more amazing videos such as this one, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.